On the morning of September 24, 2025, the city of Bangkok woke up to what seemed like an ordinary day. The sun rose over the bustling metropolis, casting a golden hue over the skyline. The streets began to fill with the usual morning traffic, as people hurried to their destinations, unaware of the impending disaster. Bangkok's daily bustle was shattered by a sudden disaster. The city, known for its vibrant energy and constant motion, was about to face an unexpected and terrifying event. Without warning, a major road in the city's center cracked and collapsed, swallowing a section of the street. The ground beneath gave way, creating a massive sinkhole that disrupted the very fabric of the urban landscape. Shocked onlookers watched as the ground gave way, right in front of Vajira Hospital, a vital medical hub. The collapse was not just a physical disruption, but a psychological shock to the community. The collapse was catastrophic. Not a minor pothole but a gaping chasm that appeared in seconds. The sheer size and suddenness of the sinkhole left everyone in disbelief. The area, usually packed with traffic and people, was thrown into chaos. Cars screeched to a halt, and pedestrians ran in all directions, trying to make sense of the unfolding disaster. The road's failure halted emergency services and daily commuters alike, paralyzing a key artery of the city. Ambulances, fire trucks, and police cars were all caught in the gridlock, unable to move. Dust settled to reveal a terrifying void where solid ground had been moments before. The air was thick with debris, and the once busy street was now eerily silent. The disaster disrupted the rhythm of Bangkok, bringing a busy district to a standstill. Businesses closed, and the usual hustle and bustle were replaced by an unsettling quiet. It was a stark reminder that even in a modern city, infrastructure can fail in dramatic, frightening ways. The collapse highlighted vulnerabilities that many had taken for granted. Residents were left stunned, questioning how such a collapse could happen in the city's heart. Conversations buzzed with theories and concerns about the safety of other parts of the city. The immediate focus was to ensure safety, understand the cause, and respond to this unprecedented crisis. Authorities worked tirelessly to assess the damage and prevent further incidents, while the city held its breath, waiting for answers. The sinkhole was truly staggering, an enormous chasm that seemed to swallow the entire road in one terrifying instant. Residents who witnessed the event described a thunderous roar, followed by the ground simply vanishing beneath their feet. Measuring about 900 square meters across and plunging a dizzying 50 meters deep, the hole was large enough to fit an entire building inside. Its sheer size left onlookers speechless, and the scale of destruction was immediately apparent. The collapse ripped open the street, exposing not just layers of asphalt and soil, but also a chaotic tangle of pipes, water mains, and electrical cables. The city's hidden infrastructure was suddenly laid bare, twisted and broken. Cars that had been parked along the street were swallowed without warning, their twisted wreckage now scattered among the debris at the bottom of the pit. Some vehicles dangled precariously on the edge, threatening to fall at any moment. The entire scene looked like something out of a disaster movie, a raw, gaping wound in the city's landscape, disrupting daily life and sending shockwaves through the community. Vajira Hospital's main entrance was now a dangerous void, completely cut off from the street. Ambulances and patients could no longer reach the hospital, putting lives at risk and forcing emergency services to scramble for alternatives. The nearby police station, once a symbol of safety, now teetered on the very edge of collapse. Its foundation was threatened, raising urgent fears for the building's stability and the safety of those inside. Essential services were suddenly isolated, with roads blocked and access to critical infrastructure severed. For city authorities, it was a logistical nightmare, as they struggled to coordinate rescue and repair efforts. Downed electricity poles left live wires dangling dangerously over the abyss, adding a new layer of risk for both emergency workers and residents. The threat of electrocution or fire loomed large. The sight of a massive hole in the heart of a bustling city was both surreal and deeply alarming. Traffic ground to a halt, and crowds gathered in stunned silence, trying to comprehend the scale of the disaster. The sinkhole's vast size underscored the magnitude of the problem Bangkok now faced. Emergency crews worked tirelessly, but the challenge ahead was daunting. It was a dramatic and unmistakable sign that something had gone terribly wrong beneath the city's surface, a warning that demanded urgent answers and immediate action. Investigators raced to the scene, urgently trying to piece together what had caused the ground to suddenly give way. The area was quickly cordoned off, and teams of experts began their work, determined to find answers for the shaken community. They meticulously examined the collapsed road, searching for clues among the debris and damaged infrastructure. Every detail mattered, as the safety of the city depended on understanding what went wrong. Attention quickly turned to a nearby underground train construction project, which had been ongoing for months. The proximity of the construction site raised immediate concerns about its possible role in the disaster. Officials suggested that loose soil from the excavation had shifted, creating a hidden void under the road. The digging had disturbed the natural stability of the ground, making it vulnerable to collapse. A burst water pipe beneath the street was also discovered, gushing water and washing away supporting soil. The leak had gone unnoticed for some time, steadily eroding the earth and weakening the foundation of the road above. Heavy rains in the days before the collapse had saturated the ground, making it even more unstable. The waterlogged soil lost its strength, further increasing the risk of a sudden sinkhole. The combination of shifting soil, a broken pipe, and relentless rain created a perfect storm for disaster. Each factor alone was dangerous, but together, they set the stage for a catastrophic failure. The ground beneath the road became hollow like an invisible bubble growing until the surface gave way. When the pressure became too great, the road collapsed, revealing the hidden void below. The collapse was the result of multiple failures converging at once, a stark reminder of how interconnected urban systems can be, and how one problem can quickly trigger another. Understanding this chain of events was crucial to prevent future disasters. Investigators knew that only by learning from this incident could they hope to protect the city from similar tragedies. Now, authorities faced the challenge of ensuring it wouldn't happen elsewhere in the city, working together to strengthen infrastructure and restore public confidence in the safety of their streets. The sinkhole's immediate impact was chaos. Bangkok's traffic ground to a halt. Major roads were blocked, causing gridlock and confusion across the city. Emergency services scrambled to reroute vehicles and manage the crisis. The collapse destroyed underground utilities, severing water and power lines. Water gushed into the crater, cutting supply to nearby homes and businesses. Power outages plunged parts of the district into darkness. Vajira Hospital's main entrance was blocked, forcing it to stop accepting new patients. Some patients were moved to safer areas within the hospital. The nearby police station was evacuated due to fears of further collapse. 2 critical public service institutions were crippled, highlighting the disaster's far-reaching effects. The community faced not just a physical hole, but a disruption to daily life and essential services. Amid the destruction, one fact brought immense relief. No one was killed or injured. The collapse occurred when the road was momentarily empty, a stroke of extraordinary luck. Parked cars fell in, but no moving vehicles or pedestrians were caught in the disaster. Quick evacuation and decisive action by authorities kept everyone safe. The absence of casualties allowed responders to focus on containment and repair. Officials emphasized this positive outcome, reassuring a worried public. The swift creation of a safety perimeter prevented further injuries. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief, grateful that the chaos had not turned tragic. The event would be remembered for its scale, and for the miracle that no lives were lost. Thailand's leaders quickly addressed the nation, providing clarity and reassurance. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul confirmed there were no casualties and pointed to the train construction as a likely cause. Bangkok Governor Chadchart Sittipunt visited the scene, adding details about the burst water pipe and utility shutdowns. Both leaders stressed that safety was the top priority and that all agencies were working together. Their transparency helped calm public fears and counter rumors. Clear communication built trust and showed the government was in control. The leaders outlined next steps, securing the site and beginning repairs. Their presence and unified message provided stability in a time of crisis. The public saw that their leaders were actively managing the response. Leadership and clear information were vital in maintaining order and confidence. Authorities launched a massive, coordinated response to secure the disaster zone. Police and emergency services quickly established a large exclusion area around the sinkhole. Firefighters and rescue teams stood by, ready for further collapse. Engineers and geologists assessed the ground's stability, using specialized equipment to monitor for movement. Their immediate goal: stabilize the edges and protect nearby buildings, especially the hospital and police station. Utility crews worked to disconnect power and shut off the broken water pipe, preventing further erosion. The operation was a race against time, with every moment increasing the risk to surrounding infrastructure. Seamless coordination among police, fire, medical, engineering, and utility teams was essential. The focus was on containment and safety, not yet on repair. The first hours were about preventing the disaster from escalating. Only once the area was secure could rebuilding begin. The disaster was instantly shared worldwide through social media. Bystanders' videos and photos of the collapse flooded platforms like Facebook, X, and TikTok. Dramatic footage showed the road sinking, cars teetering, and water gushing into the abyss. The images spread rapidly, making the sinkhole a top trending topic in Thailand. Online, people expressed shock, concern, and relief at the absence of casualties. The viral coverage put pressure on authorities to act transparently and swiftly. The digital spotlight ensured real-time updates and visible leadership. Social media turned a local disaster into a global event within minutes. Technology changed how the crisis was experienced and managed, amplifying its impact. The Bangkok sinkhole was a dramatic lesson in crisis management. Rapid, coordinated action by authorities prevented tragedy and contained the disaster. Quick evacuations, traffic control, and expert assessments were crucial. Transparent communication from leaders built public trust and calmed fears. The event exposed the vulnerabilities of urban infrastructure and the risks of large-scale construction. It highlighted the need for rigorous safety protocols and constant vigilance. The professionalism of emergency responders and city officials was evident. The absence of casualties was a testament to both luck and effective management. The road to recovery would be long, but the city's response showed resilience and preparedness. When faced with the unexpected, Bangkok acted decisively to protect its people.